We're back. President's Day, baby. Hank, how are you today, my friend?
I'm doing great. Won some Madden. Did you just text me?
Yeah, I texted you. I couldn't end.
Oh, wow. Yes, you did. Oh my goodness, that's what you were doing during the break.
Yeah, that's right. I still gotta get this tweet out so you can tell me.
Okay. Oh, cool. My thought again. Like, I'm just at the point where I'm not gonna lose my mind over athleticism. Like, there's like a baseline you probably gotta have to play quarterback, but I'm not just gonna be like, oh, this guy, look at what he can do with his legs. That's the guy we gotta go after. It's quarterback still. It is still playing quarterback. And again, like, you look at this quarterback class, who is immobile? Carson Strong, maybe Kenny Pickett. But at this point, all the quarterbacks who get through, they're going to have at least some mobility. And yeah, is it nice to have somebody who's freakishly fast? For sure. But it's quarterback still. At the end of the day, that's not what's going to make or break you.
Yeah, right. No one's arguing against that.
And that's why I didn't even understand what we were arguing.
Because you're making a completely different argument on the side. You are. You're moving the goalpost, as the kids say. To hear what got us going on this year's quarterback draft class, tune in to last week's draft pod where Henry and the gang absolutely killed it. 2-hour pod breaking down the whole position, so that's great stuff. You find it on the Broncos, Rams, and Buffs feed, and then tune in this week to hear my rebuttal. It's going to be legendary. Henry, not a ton of sports, but a great weekend of Buffs basketball for you. One of the most vicious dunks I've ever seen. And then an unsport, very odd. But how are you doing? How are your bets doing? How are you doing post Olympics? I can feel your aura is not what it was during the Olympic Games.
Yeah, so the Olympics were very profitable for me. First of all, German lugers, British curlers.
Oh
I mean, we knew what was on the way there.
Right.
And then there's just some other locks he threw into parlays, like, Chloe Kim to win the women's snowboarding halfpipe. Like, of course that's going to happen. So that was very profitable. And on top of that, I've been doing really well with my golf bets, but I'm not making any money. So
what's going on, Henry?
So like a couple weeks ago, I had Jordan Spieth to win the Pebble Beach, and that was something like 50-1 odds, I believe. And he winds up blowing a 2-shot lead with 2 holes left. Yesterday, I had one bet on this entire tournament, and it was because DraftKings gave out it was a 50% live boost on the tournament. So Sunday morning, Colin Morikawa is sitting in 5th place, but he's a ways back. He's like 5-6 shots back to start the day. I took him at plus 3,500. Thank you. I knew.
What was that?
I saw you drinking water, but it doesn't matter. The plus 3,500, it boosts it to basically, I think it was like 53-1 odds.
Look at that.
And he takes second, finishes in second place. And so I've had 2 second place finishes on just pure to win bets, both of them around plus 5,000. So I've been so close to making money on those, and it is what it is. I made too many bets on the Super Bowl. I didn't find 2 or 3 that I like and make those. I think that happens to everybody at the Super Bowl. So I mean, it's been solid. It's been solid, but nothing major.
We had a perfect all-time day on the show, which brought the account way up, and I'm struggling to find some dubs ever since, which is a classic. It's a classic. Jumped in, I jumped in on the early Avs game today, and then they got obliterated. Yeah. It happens, Henry. It happens. But we're getting back on the horse. You've got us prepared with some great bets. It might be in the headline. It might not be covered in the headline. Who's to say? I, too, have some great bets, unbeknownst to any of you. So it's going to be a grand show. But let's start with you and your big 3, Henry, coming off that Olympic high.
Yeah. So, I mean, UCLA minus 13. They're playing Arizona State. Arizona State sucks. UCLA is really good. I made the mistake of taking a couple points off, selling a couple points last time UCLA played. I mean, I'm not making that mistake again. Just take the spread. They're going to win.
You feel like the Bruins are rounded into form?
What's that?
You feel like the Bruins are rounded into form?
Yeah, that's a really good basketball team. They're just, they're all vets at this point.
Playing good.
They can all score. Good.
No.
They know how to play defense, and sometimes they do that. They do it when it matters. Yeah, they're in good shape. Canucks, they've got Seattle tonight. Seattle sucks. Seattle sucks. Just take this minus 170 here. Don't mess around. Honestly, the Avs game this morning gives me a little bit of pause about this one, where I think, am I just taking the obvious pick again? But that was a fluke. That was a fluke, and we're not going to let that tank the rest of the day. We've got the Montreal Canadiens. I have to say their name like an idiot when you say it.
Well done.
Yep. But that's they're actually huge underdogs here. I think they've got Toronto tonight, and so that's why that plus 1.5 is still in plus money. And it's like, if you're just gonna give me that many goals with plus money, like I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. It's hockey. Like, weird things happen in hockey, and needing a 1-goal game feels like a pretty good situation to be in.
You sent it there. Wow, what a pick. I had no idea what to expect when you said the Canadians are huge. And you paused for a bit and you said huge again. I thought you were going to say in Montreal, like you were going to let us know that that's that hockey team's a big deal where they are from. I really didn't know what to expect. So huge underdogs actually made a lot more sense than where my mind was starting to navigate. So
it's
love
crazy
to see
how much of an underdog they are. Like, I get that Toronto's good, but like, even Seattle, they're minus 165 at plus 1.5. Like, with plus 130 sitting right there, like, just give that to me. It's hockey. 1-goal game. That's all you need is a 1-goal game.
Oh man. I hope the Canada, a little Canadian, not Canadian, a little Canadian derby may help you. That clash, countrymen. Montreal made the playoffs last couple of years. We're kind of an underdog pick to win their division. They have had an absolute stinker of a season. By the way, how bad was this morning? Avs and everything. Cut myself shaving. So that's what's going on there.
Oh no.
Like a real idiot. So speaking of which, here's the idiot's pick of the night. And this big three, this idiot turned into a big four for you, because we're parlaying leg one of the big three, Hank. We're taking that Vancouver pick because when Philip Grubauer is in net for the Seattle Kraken, they cannot help but suck. They just play awful hockey. And they don't even have their backup to go to anymore. Say they are stuck with Gruby. I repeat, it's not so much that Gruby plays poorly, it's that his teammates are just awful when he is in goal for whatever reason. The Canucks, after the 1/3 of the season in coaching change, been much better. Thomas Demko in net, he's been solid as ever. And I'm parlaying that with Toronto. And Henry, let's hope this Toronto win is by 1 goal, and there's not that empty netter that gets us at the end. Because again, the Canadiens, as Henry explained, are awful. They are massive underdogs. You get Toronto at minus 390. In fact, we parlay these two big faves. We're not even getting in the plus, Henry. Minus 101. 101 Dalmatians, Henry. Where's that rank? All-time Disney films. Top 10?
Ooh, it's got to be.
Bubble watch.
There's just so many classics in there.
I know. So many classics. I love the drunk. Top 10. He said it. He said it. I think I'd sneak it in too, as I've become a nicer person through fatherhood. I love, shout out to the drunk British guys who try to abuse the puppies. I love those characters. They're hilarious, though no doubt offensive and problematic.
I had no idea we could make abusing puppies funny.
Those folks at Disney, they know no bounds. Good for you guys.
Can I tell you a story, Dre, about abused puppies? Oh my goodness!
I don't know.
So
I'd rather
my girlfriend's
the
birthday
pod not go that
Friday.
Oh boy,
we're doing it. My girlfriend's birthday last Friday. I'm in the mall trying to figure out what to buy her. Didn't go well. In my opinion, it turned out.
You blew it, huh?
So I'm walking down the mall, and like they have those stands in the middle. This girl just says, "Hey, are you 25?" And I'm scrolling on my phone, like just doing whatever. Oh, I had a funny tweet about buying her jerky. for her birthday. So I was trying to
I
get
saw
that.
that.
Up.
I
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
that. I saw that. That
I'm
was,
typing that out. I'm
that was
workshopping.
a
I hear,
good
"Are you
one.
25?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am 25." And it's like right outside. Like they've got
Wow.
the like this candy store. There's like this car museum thing where they have all sorts of different cars,
Okay.
and people pay like $12 to go look at them. I guess it's like a Hot Wheels thing. There's
Hmm.
like a guy driving a train with a bunch of kids in the back of it.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, this must just be like some circus type gimmick. Like guess your age, and it's like, okay, you got right. I'm exactly 25. Let's talk. She's from the Humane Society, and I'm already committed to talking to her. She's trying to get me to sign up for a monthly membership. I've
Oh.
done that before with Greenpeace. Forgot for months
Oh yeah.
to end that. And so
Oh
I
yeah.
blew so much money. I was like, okay, let me just donate right here in front of you because you won't take my one-time donation.
Right. Right.
So in the end, I saved a puppy last week.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Shouts to her,
Mhm.
the Humane Society, and most of all to you for saving a puppy while also not getting bogged down by monthly payments.
Minimum donation was $35 on the website, and I was doing it in front of her. I saved like 6 puppies.
Yeah,
Minimum.
for some of us, that's many units, many gambling units. So not a sum to be taken lightly.
I know. Probably would have
Um,
lost those bets anyway.
right. Or won that ever elusive parlay and been able to save
Uh,
10 times more puppies.
or hit on one of those golfers.
Or hit on one of those golfers. That's
Luckily,
what you said.
Nico Portillas pulled out the last leg of my
Oh.
Olympic parlay that night. Picked
Oh,
up some big butts. We could have saved a lot of puppies with that.
Okay,
So that made up for it.
for a second, I thought there was a part of the story that I missed where there were some golfers, I presumed female, but nowadays I presume nothing, frankly.
Mhm.
And you were talking about hitting on these golfers, and I was like, Henry, you are a
No.
committed man. You were shopping for your girlfriend's birthday. We do not do that. But now it's a callback to the golf bets from earlier in the
Yep.
show. Apologies to me. I'm sure
Yep.
everyone listening from home, work, or on the road at producer Kale were dialed in. It was just me not paying attention. Speaking of dialed in, Mitch Marner with 34 shots this month. That is well over almost damn near 4 shots a game, kids. 4 shots a game. You get Mitch at minus 150 over 2.5 shots. Tremendous odds. We love to say everyone loves a low number. Marnered by injuries. Did I use that correctly, Henry, this season? But he is back and in great shape. He will be fired up for the All-Canadian Derby against Les Canadiens and play great. And then finally, I'm taking a page out of Sir Henry's book. This game does not go on tonight. It is for tomorrow, but it needs to hit your book, your sportsbook, your DraftKings Sportsbook app before the 3 p.m.
soccer,
bets show. It's
gotta be
soccer.
soccer. Yep.
Let's go back to the graphics so the kids at home can read it. Villarreal. We are talking Spain, affectionately known, Henry, as the Yellow Submarine. They are at home with a nickname like that. They are formidable at home. I don't have to tell you that, Henry. Plus 150, tremendous odds against the Juventus team that's getting overrated after a couple acquisitions in the January transfer window, if that means anything to you guys. But a Juventus team that's been very bad, poised to get eliminated, just tied in the Turin Derby, while Villarreal won comfortably in league play 3-1. They're getting one of their star strikers back. This is a tremendous bet, folks. Tremendous bet.
Juventus does not have Cristiano Ronaldo anymore.
Holy cow, my guy is on it. They do
throwing some
not
insight
have
in there.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Get in on Villarreal. A lot of people
There
don't
you go.
know. They aren't playing Cristiano Ronaldo.
Nope. That's
Nope.
right. That's
And
the update for
he's
Henry.
good.
Yeah, exactly. He's very good. Do you like the nickname Yellow Submarine?
Yeah,
Oh,
I do.
he's on
like
the fence.
in a vacuum.
Okay.
In a vacuum.
Okay.
It's not
You're
necessarily.
not a big Beatles guy, huh?
Oh no, I am that. That's why I like it.
Are you?
I love the Beatles.
Really?
Have you heard of the Beatles? Oh, now I already blanked on it. The one in Vegas, that Cirque du Soleil does. Beatles Love. Well, I've
The
been
Blue
twice.
Man Group does it?
No,
Beatles
no, no.
Love?
I haven't seen the Blue Man Group once because
I
I always
haven't
go to
either.
the Beatles thing when I go to Vegas.
Oh, jeez. Well,
Big
that
Beatles
tells
fan.
you.
Yellow
Okay.
Submarine, though, not a scary name
Okay.
for sports, I will say.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, a scary name for sports, if you were a competitor to the number one sports book in all the land, would be DraftKings Sportsbook, because they are unrivaled, double fisted number one here in this land, in other lands, in the universe, the metaverse, and beyond, Henry. That reminds me, last time you were here, I was telling you how Lucia, my daughter, had her first NFT, and it was in a poster. So probably we called it a YFT, a yes fungible, whatever the T stands for.
That's right.
Henry, I know that you know the answer to this question, though it's entirely possible you don't. I don't know if you've recorded your Buffs show yet, but if you were to guess new users this week at DraftKings Sportsbook, what kind of incredible offer could they be looking at?
If you bet $1
Holy
on
cow.
any
No.
NBA basketball game,
No.
any of them, you pick whatever one you want.
Stop.
You could pick the Warriors at home against whatever garbage team the Warriors are playing.
Yep.
And guess what?
Yep.
If you're right, you get $150 in free bets.
Oh my,
and I'm
that's incredible.
80% sure that that's all correct.
I think my guys got it right. I think that's current.
Let's go.
They're on an all-star break, so you're gonna have to chill out, new user. Okay, maybe, yeah, just chill out. Just chill out. But the beauty is, put in a hefty deposit bonus, because the good folks at DraftKings Sportsbook, when you use that code DNVR, they'll match your first deposit bonus up to $1,000. It's a phenomenal deal. Must be Colorado only, must be 21 or older. Bonus comprised of first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. Deposit bonus requires 25 times playthrough. Restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. Boom. Shouts to those guys who keep the good times rolling for us. Okay. Henry, it's that time. We haven't done it in a while, but we're going to go to some pools because, again, the NBA is on break. The Avs played already. How to bet on the week's best pools. We doubled up on bet. We're betting kind of guys. It's the DNVR bets.
I copy pasted. So...
I get it. I get it. I understand. I understand. Everyone, we were joking.
How to bet on to bet.
Yahir set Ryan up something that he read and it was incorrect. And turns out Ryan is a very much FU San Diego kind of guy, like Ron Burgundy. He'll just read anything.
I love that. We need more of that in what we do.
Kale's a guy like that. If you copy paste it, he'll just put that shit in there. He doesn't care what it says, he's got you. Or doesn't got you.
I had to make these graphics while I was already producing the NBA show, and then we were arguing over football things. Yep. And it's partially on me. I shouldn't have put all the blame on you, Trey. That's
I like it. No, I like it. I'm a big, like Henry, I'm a big not blame by committee. I'm a one person takes the blame kind of guy. It's funner that way. It's funner that way. And the rest of the crew kind of gets to decide who to place blame on and why, which is since kind of a win for the whole group. So even though there was an L was taken by all, as a group, we can win by making one person take that L.
That's an L.
Boy, didn't expect this amount of nonsense on today's show, but it got us. Was I doing the L wrong facing?
I think so. Yep. I don't know how you didn't expect nonsense when there's no sports today.
Well, there's that double
like
header.
3 hockey games.
Yeah, there's the 3 hockey. And tomorrow by 11, they're playing Champions League soccer. So,
which is,
Come on.
I've had that circled for weeks or months for whenever it gets scheduled.
Dare I? Let's start off with an appetizer. The free 1K NHL on TNT Oilers versus Lightning pool. No, we're not doing the free pools. We're doing the college basketball pick'em pool. Henry, the world wants to know your picks. Starting with Louisville plus 9.5 to Carolina minus 9.5.
Ooh, that's a lot. I mean, it's North Carolina. They're a much better. We're talking Roy Williams. Right? We're talking Ty Lawson. We're talking about the North Carolina Tar Heels.
George
Carl.
At
home. We're talking George Carl. We're talking
Tyler. You a big Hansbrough guy?
Actually, yes. Back in the day, I remember that was because they made like a tournament run or something with him. Back in the day. Yeah, I do. He was like 44 or something. I had a friend who liked North Carolina. He had these North Carolina shorts.
Hansbrough and Tebow kind of had their day at similar times.
Interesting. Was that when that was? Okay. Tyler Hansbrough, I feel like, to me, he was just college basketball growing up.
Yeah, right.
Like, he felt like that was like a decade where it's just like, oh, college basketball. It's Tyler Hansbrough.
Like guys coming up in the NBA, they're coming through other avenues, and then college basketball is Tyler Hansbrough and the guys he can compete against.
Exactly. They should just rename the whole sport, just like guys against Tyler Hansbrough.
Right.
And then every year everybody competes to be able to play against Tyler Hansbrough.
Hansbrawl?
Oh yes, the Hansbrawl.
Yeah, Hansbrawl.
Yeah, that's it.
Georgia Tech, Syracuse, Q's favored by 8.5. It sounds like an all faves pool to me.
I know. I like Syracuse here, and the reason is because this one's going to be super high scoring. I peeped the line earlier. It was like 174.5 or something. That's the thing is if you're playing games where it's like 55-50, when you're playing those low scoring games, the margins are slim. When this winds up being 85-70, it's like 8.5. We love that, and we love a home team.
Those are insights you can't get anywhere else aside from the hundreds of other podcasts done by Syracuse alumni talking about a program that literally only they care about.
Carmelo Anthony has a podcast?
No, he doesn't. But that very good media school, so they produce a lot of great. Okay, Indiana at Ohio State, Buckeyes by 6.5.
I mean,
these can be quicker hitter if you'd like.
So I do.
It's gonna be here.
I like Ohio State, but now I've taken 3 favorites in a row, and that just feels like it can't happen.
Indiana, come on. Indiana feels great, Henry.
It is. They love hoops there. We gotta go.
They love. Holy shit, they love hoops. Penn State, Maryland, Terps by 2.5.
Yeah, that damn right. Terps by 2.5.
Terps by 2.5. Roll on Terps or whatever they say.
Yep.
Who will cover the spread? Florida State or Boston College? Essentially a pick 'em with a half point to beat.
It's going to be Florida State here.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Indiana State at Drake. Drake 10.5.
Hey, shout out Kale.
Honor the
Drake,
producer.
easy. Kale, Drake winning this one.
There you go.
Yeah, they're like not as good as they were last year, but they're still pretty good.
Okay,
that's good. That was fun betting on Drake last year.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago 8.5 point favorites on the road to Illinois State. Home dog. Oh,
gotta ride with my woman here. We're going Loyola Chicago.
She's a Loyola Chicagoite?
No, not her. Aunt Jean. The sister Jean. Sister Jean. Yeah, we're rolling with my woman here.
You gotta watch how you talk on these podcasts, because twice I've been like, he's rolling with his woman and he's hitting on golfers. I don't know what's going on with you.
She gonna be jealous of Sister Jean.
Yeah, yep. Who isn't? Press Virginia at TCU. I almost said horn dogs because that's the kind of show this is. Horned frogs minus 3.5. Boy, we are deteriorating.
Let's go with TCU here. I think, yeah,
All right.
We're going TCU here.
Bruins minus 14.5. I already know the answer there.
We do like the 13 better than the 14.5. I will say that though.
Okay.
I don't know why this is like an alternate spread. Maybe it's
you also regaled us with a story of you sold points on UCLA and ended up regretting it.
I sure did. I could have made so much more than the 3 units I made.
Why not buy a few points here?
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
Baylor 4.5-point favorites at Oklahoma State.
Baylor by a mile. Baylor by a mile.
Okay, there you go, kids. You want my Champions League picks?
Of course I do.
Or should we go with our Black History Month popularity pool? Because there I get to mine your young brain, Henry. And that I think could do us well. It's at the very end, and it's for free. And yes, we are ending the show that way.
Holy hell.
Chelsea, Lille. I actually like Lille. It's at Chelsea. Give me Chelsea here. Give me Chelsea here.
Okay. That's what I was thinking too.
Okay. Over 2.5. Yes, we're taking it. Give me Villarreal in the next one. Under 2.5.
Oh,
that's right. Benfica at Ajax, not Ajax as you would pronounce it. Ajax as we pronounce it in Italy. Is that how they pronounce it in Holland? Which is what matters. Darned if I know. Draw under 2.5.
Draw. Oh, wow. Yeah. They need to make one of these pools where you just say which one of these names is made up and they just throw in some random letters. Ooh. I would have gone with Benfica.
Nice. That's a good one. Atletico Madrid, Manchester United. Let's go Atleti. Let's go over 2.5 on that one. Okay.
Okay. I like it.
So, Henry, the important thing about these popularity pools is it's not important to be right. It's important to think most commonly as the other commoners filling in out this free DraftKings Sportsbook pool are thinking.
So this is Family Feud here.
It's a little Family Feud. What's the movie about dreams? Inception.
Oh, Inception. What a great movie.
I think we call it Streetception because it's us trying to, we always talk about the streets are talking. It's us guessing what the streets are talking. It's, it's a very like,
okay. Those idiots took Family Feud over Streetception. Why would you choose the name Family Feud over Streetception?
Holy shit, Streetception's so much better.
So much better. I would be watching that right now.
I ask that you open this so that I don't have to read all 12 options. Is that possible?
Want to hear the 12 options.
But okay, they might. It is a pod only, or it is in audio form as well. So we should honor those listeners. Who do you think was the most influential Black athlete in history?
Some good options, including Jackie Robinson, Muhammad Ali, Jesse Owens. I feel like Jackie Robinson is the one, right?
It's a big one. It's, anytime you win a race in front of Hitler and stick it to him, pretty big, if you ask me.
That is influential.
Serena Doug Williams, who I famously ate barbecue next to in Mobile, Alabama.
Really?
One of the great experiences of my life. The barbecue was extraordinary. Michael Jordan, can't beat Mike. Muhammad Ali, Simone Biles. I tell you, Henry, the exercise of Streetception, though, is what's the common DraftKings Sportsbook user thinking? And that leads me to narrow it down to 3 choices: Tiger, MJ, Muhammad Ali.
Not Jackie Robinson?
I know, or Jesse Owens. They're tough omissions, Henry.
Wow. I
just feel like the book probably skews a teensy-weensy bit younger, doesn't it?
Okay. I can get behind that. I mean, influential, I don't think it's Tiger. Because what has he influenced? Like, he made golf cool, but it's not cool anymore. I feel like anything...
It was an anomaly for his day.
Somehow, Tiger's still relevant because he did cool things, but also it's like, what changed? With, Michael Jordan, it's like, he inspired Kobe. And that
really changed things.
And then you've seen Muhammad Ali.
Well, and Jordan brand and everything there. Right.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah,
Once
yeah,
you go
we're going Michael
business,
Jordan.
I mean,
Jordan is influential.
Henry owns a damn team. I don't know if you knew this.
He's influencing a full terrible team right now.
Yeah.
Who knows? The Hornets might be good. The NBA could be talking about the Hornets right now instead of all the good teams, if not for Michael Jordan. That's
you're saying
change.
there could be a lot of buzz about the Hornets.
There could be a lot of buzz about the Hornets. Okay, we're going MJ here.
That one's for my girl sister Jean. Okay, what do you think was the most important male black sports moment? Art Shell becoming NFL's first black head coach. Arthur Ashe reaching number 1 in the world's tennis ranking. Bill Russell becoming the first black head coach of a major sport. Olympic protests by John Carlos and Tommy Smith. Chuck Cooper, Earl Lloyd, and Nat Clifford break NBA color barrier, or Bo Jackson becomes an MLB All-Star and NFL Pro Bowler.
The simpletons are going after Bo Jackson, and I know that because I am one of them.
Boy, it really jumps out to you. I mean, not many other contenders aside from Bill Russell, maybe, but you are really aging yourself on this one. Come on. It's a sports book on an app on your phone.
It's Bo Jackson.
Yeah, there's not a lot of guys who are like, well, I remember Chuck Cooper and Earl Lloyd and Nat Clifford, who are also like, oh, I better check out the free pool on DraftKings today, you know?
Right. It's Bo Jackson.
It's Bo Jackson. Come on, you guys. Even though that was kind of a stupid moment to put there, but you know what? Don't hit the player, hate the game. What do you think was the most important female black sports moment? Okay. Althea Gibson becomes the first black woman to win a Grand Slam title. And Lucy Diggs Slow becomes first black woman to win a major sports title. Simone Biles, which, I mean, come on, becomes the most decorated gymnast ever. I mean, just look how that's phrased. Come on. Wilma Rudolph becomes the first woman to win 3 gold medals at 1 Olympic Games. No doubt monumental. Serena Williams wins her 23rd Grand Slam title. Absolutely right up there, especially with how it's phrased. Allison Felix, okay, that's a recent one too, becomes the first athlete to win 12 gold medals. That's insane.
That is a lot of medals. To me, again, we're talking simpletons here. Yes. And my first thought as a simpleton, Serena Williams, number 2 is Simone Biles. I think, again, the recency bias is going to be massive. And I don't think you can go wrong with Serena because she's legit. Like everybody says, like the best female athlete ever. And then somebody's like, well, probably a good athlete overall, right? Best overall athlete. And then that's where the conversation always gets into just terrible places. But in terms of the accomplishments, like Serena Williams, if we can vote for Serena Williams, we got to take Serena Williams, right?
Man, it's just how it's phrased with Simone Biles. Becomes the most decorated gymnast ever. And there's the recency bias. Like that stock is hot.
But are people going to be saying like, okay, Simone Biles, this just happened, so everybody's going to be like, are we sure that this is like an all-time we want to commit? Or are other people going to be saying we know Serena has this blend of greatness and recency bias, but not like so recent that you can overthink it,
right?
You know?
And
I
simpleton
think that all
appeal.
the simpletons are going to be landing right there.
Yeah, it's Serena. You talked me into it. Great call. Love this. Which of these quotes from Martin Luther King Jr. is your favorite? Holy cow. We have to get into our simpletonness to the max, people here, Henry.
So I mean, darkness cannot drive out darkness. It keeps going, obviously, but that's a classic right there.
It's a good one. It keeps things positive.
Just have like I have a dream in quotes, which is disappointing because that would be easy
God,
answer.
what a slam dunk. I know.
I was just skimming, hoping that they would give us that because I mean that would be just cheese right there.
It really is. Like, here are 6 MLK quotes. Pick your favorite. Which is best. Holy shit.
Glad to be doing this live.
I'm going with I like your darkness. Cannot drive out darkness.
I mean,
also, we are analyzing this. The guys filling out the pool, they're not, or gals, they're not analyzing the long ones. They're not exactly.
The long ones are pretty good though.
The long ones are great. Man, here comes Rosa Parks with some quotes. Favorite Rosa Parks quotes. Holy shit. I believe there is only one race, the human race. All timer.
Also, one person can change the world.
Coming from Rosa of all people. Jeez Louise.
And I think that this is the kind of thing that kind of gets like bogged down. Because it's like, well, yeah, everybody says it. And it's like, yeah, but she was the first one, you know? And so it's become like kind of a mainstream. I'm liking the one person can change the world.
Yeah, I think coming from her, man, but
or the
I had given up my seat before, but this day I was especially tired from my work as a seamstress and tired from the ache in my heart. That's a strong finale,
it is.
Man.
Because again, it plays into like the whole story as well, which is kind of the X factor.
Holy
it's
shit.
Like again, it's people like, oh yeah, Rosa Parks, what'd she do? We all know the story. She like didn't stand up on the bus. And then so you're thinking that, and then you look and it's like, oh, there it is laid out right in front of me. Click. Or one person can change the world, because again, like that's a classic. Like that does come up.
I'm going with the upset, the ache in my heart one. It's just too good.
Let's go with the ache in the heart.
Again, Malcolm X, I think the front runner becomes the shortest one. Without education, you're not going anywhere in this world. Also, you know, very broad appeal there. Broad appeal.
It is.
Okay, we agree. The alma mater one's good too.
Yep.
Which of these inventions created by the Black community is your favorite?
Okay.
Potato chips.
Wow.
George Crumb. Induction telegraph system. Agricultural innovation. Traffic signals. Yeah.
So not the induction telegraph system. Let's just say that is nobody's favorite.
I don't really like. We've gone so much past that.
Agricultural innovation, like that. That's not even an invention. That's like that's a concept.
Traffic signals, okay, but probably underrated. Security cameras, it's a good one. Blood banks, man. Potato chips just feels like such a strong contender here.
As long as like DraftKings doesn't skew toward people who've needed to have blood transfusions, right? Because blood banks could stick out to those people. Right. Traffic signals, security cameras. I mean, potato chips just has the broad appeal here.
Yeah. Oh, the broadest appeal. Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. And we close it out with the granddaddy of them all. Which of these moments do you think had the biggest impact? Wow. Barack Obama becomes president.
Impactful.
The Voting Rights Act of 1967 is signed into law.
Hella impactful.
That's a big one. The March on Washington. Rosa Parks refuses to give up her bus seat. President Abraham Lincoln signs the Emancipation Proclamation. Hard to argue against the impact of that one.
Yep.
The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People is formed.
Okay, so here's my
chance on that one. Yeah.
How many of these other things are even possible if not for the Emancipation Proclamation, Dre?
Big one.
Because none of those other things happens without the Emancipation Proclamation. And sure, like voting rights, obviously important. Black president, very important. Emancipation
Rosa Parks, our gal. We just read all the great quotes.
She would never have been put in that situation without the Emancipation Proclamation.
Exactly. Yes.
I think
you're right.
Too.
I think you're right. And I think the DraftKings user isn't just a simpleton, but he is also practical and can understand that pitch. So I think we have done very well. It also would appear that I erroneously put 2 submissions in one of the pools that we backed out of. So hopefully that works out.
Trey, who are you?
Happens to the best of us, Hank. Happens to the best of us. And that is all for us today, folks. So thanks for tuning in. Best of luck on those bets tonight, tomorrow. Canadians, Canadian Derby, Champions League tomorrow, Yellow Submarines. It's all great. Hank's basketball picks. Best of luck from the whole crew. Producer Kale, we are